Japanese POWs numbered in the millions.
So, are there some kind of patterns that emerge from all of that work?
Yes, there are patterns, Linda, and some of the patterns in some ways match our intuition. So the conditions of capture seem to matter enormously. German POWs captured by the Soviet Union, for example, were treated much more harshly than POWs who were captured by the Americans and British. They were also held for much longer, sometimes for years and years after the war. Patricia Sutker and other scholars find that torture obviously has negative consequences. They also find that POWs who were younger when they were captured seem to have worse outcomes than POWs who were older. Soldiers who were more junior in rank also seem to be affected worse. Malnutrition plays a very big role in the long-term psychological effects of POWs. In one analysis of American POWs after the Vietnam War, Francine Segovia and her colleagues found that having an optimistic outlook was protective in terms of the psychological effects of capture. So mental makeup, mental preparedness, maturity, seniority, all seem to make a difference. But broadly, researchers have long talked about the 3 Ds that affect your mind when you're captured during war: debility, dependency, and dread.
Well, I suppose that makes sense. To be a POW might involve dealing with illness without proper medical attention. You're obviously dependent upon others and what happens to you, and you must be constantly afraid of what might happen to you.
That's exactly right. It also seems to matter what the conditions are when you return home. Are you coming home to a country that's a functioning country, or are you coming home to a country that's wrecked by war? There's another question. Are you welcome back when you come home? Are you treated well? German soldiers who returned to Germany after World War II and some American servicemen after the Vietnam War were often at the receiving end of hostility from a larger nation. And obviously, your long-term mental outcomes are going to be worse when you're not welcomed back with open arms.
So is there research on what can be done to help these people?
There's been a lot of work on that. Post-traumatic stress seems to be an enduring problem. There was an Israeli study by Zahava Solomon and Rachel Deco that found that among returning POWs, they tended to be emotionally withdrawn, and this created marital problems, and it created these vicious cycles of persistent loneliness. Now, there's not necessarily a one-size-fits-all treatment, because obviously the experience of someone being a prisoner of war intersects with larger conditions and the prisoner's own pre-existing mental health conditions. It's also worth pointing out, Linda, that the effects of the POW experience are not uniformly negative. There was a study by Christopher Erbs and his colleagues looking at World War II and Korean POWs in the Minnesota and Wisconsin area, and he found that at least some of these men reported the experience increased their sense of resilience, and some of them realized that they were tougher than they thought they were.
Thanks, Shankar.
Thank you, Linda.
That's Shankar Vedantam, who regularly joins us to talk about social science research. You can follow him on Twitter at Hidden Brain. You can also follow this program at Morning Edition.
Good morning. It's 91.3 WLRN and 91.5 WKWM. I'm Wanda Miles. Welcome to Friday. It's June 20th. Partly sunny, scattered showers and thunderstorms throughout the day with the highs in the mid-80s, the lows in the mid-70s tonight, and 72 degrees now. Florida Atlantic University offers a certificate program in healthcare fraud examination, risk management, and compliance. The certificate, taught by national experts, focuses on detection and prevention of healthcare fraud-related crimes. Courses are online or on campus, are open to all majors, and start at the end of August. More information is available at healthcare.fau.edu or 855...
7:49 minutos en la mañana, muchísima información realmente desde Cuba. Bueno, la represión aumentando dentro de la isla, la actitud de la dictadura castrista, la negativa del régimen de dar acceso a la internet. Se estima solamente 200.000 personas han podido acceder en estos clubes de joven club, le dicen en Cuba, donde pueden ir las personas a tratar de revisar la internet. Sin embargo, el régimen ha dicho no va a haber internet dentro de las casas cubanas, dicen ahora, por el momento.
Pero principalmente, bueno, cuando hablamos de la persecución, principalmente la disidencia, estamos hablando de las damas de blanco, ¿no? Y en las últimas horas, desafortunadamente, 20 damas de blanco fueron arrestadas, y entre ellas Berta Soler. Lo que estaban haciendo era simplemente acudir a una de las reuniones mensuales o semanales que tienen estas como para conversar, para poder intercambiar varias de las ideas. El régimen las interceptó y estaban detenidas de la misma forma que habíamos recibido información sobre las golpizas a otro de los disidentes. Tenemos en estos momentos en comunicación telefónica a Moisés Leonardo Rodríguez, él es periodista independiente desde Cuba. Muy buenos días, Moisés. Nelson Rubio, María Fernanda Silva los saludan.
Buenos días para todos los que escuchan y el equipo de esa emisora.
José, ciertamente, ¿cuál es la situación que se está dando? ¿Cómo ha sido esto de las últimas detenciones de damas de blanco? La información que posees.
Bueno, están ocurriendo hechos que demuestran que hay un crecimiento de la represión, no solo en cantidad, sino en la forma. Es decir, se están utilizando métodos muy violentos contra los pacíficos opositores acá en la isla. Está la detención, como ustedes han dicho, de 20 damas de blanco para impedirles simplemente hacer una reunión que ellas llaman té literario. Sabemos que en Pinar del Río también se pretendía dar una reunión por miembros de la red de biblioteca cívica Reinaldo Bragado, y también fueron detenidos y se les impidió hacer esta simple reunión. Por otro lado, el caso de Antunes, que está siendo muy divulgado, gracias a Dios, donde le dieron una tremenda golpiza, según refiere la esposa. También, por otro lado, está el caso del periodista independiente Roberto Jesús Guerra Pérez, que fue atacado en plena vía pública, y no ha sido hasta ayer, según él me comunica, que la policía, no sé si fue telefónicamente o presencialmente, le dijeron que por favor, que cuando el individuo apareciera, lo notificaran para arrestarlo. Llama la atención que esta reacción de la policía, que hasta el momento se había mantenido sin hacer absolutamente nada, ocurre después que se ha hecho un llamamiento urgente a favor de este defensor de derechos humanos a Naciones Unidas. Nosotros, en general, lo que estamos viendo es que hay mucho descontento popular tras esta cosa visible del aumento de la represión en cantidad y con mucha violencia. Hay un gran descontento popular en la isla. Eso lo están mostrando, bueno, la huelga que hicieron cocheros en días pasados en provincias del interior está creciendo significativamente.